All right, so another key factor, or a key factor we need to consider as marketers when we try to understand consumer decision making are individual psychological factors. Okay, because these play heavily into the way that we make decisions as people. So the first most basic way that psychology comes into play with consumer decision making is this connection between needs and the motivation to meet those needs. So the term for that, or the way that works, is as we recognize a need, a drive is created in us to meet that need. So that's a basic psychological process, and that will ultimately result in the decision to make a purchase or do something to satisfy our needs. The next psychological factor to consider is perception. And the thing about perception is that it's different for everybody. Maybe you've had this experience where you go to a movie with a good friend and you think, we see things very similarly, but you come out of the movie and you think, or you say, well, that was really good. And then your friend says, oh, really? I didn't think it was good at all. That's a difference of perception, or how we see things. And that's going to change a lot in terms of the decisions that we make or the purchases that we make. If we perceive a product to be a good option or a good way to meet our need, we're more likely to buy it. If, on the other hand, we don't think we perceive it to be a lesser option, we're probably not going to buy it. All right, so the next psychological factor we need to consider is learning. And learning is something that, again, happens differently for everyone, but it happens as a result of being exposed to something or experiencing something and then making a judgment based on that experience. So consumers will come to the table, so to speak, with different needs. They will have different perceptions about the options available to them, and they will also have had different experiences or learned different things over time. And that's why different consumers will make different decisions, even in a very similar situation. This is something important for us to understand as marketers, so that we understand the psychology behind the decisions and purchases that consumers make.